Anything off the top. So, Simon, since you're in that chair, I'm going to ask if you'd like to kick us off.
It's quite intimidating.
What's that?
It's quite intimidating to be in.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, I want to, first of all, there's some reporting about two American citizens in Gaza who appear to have been detained by the Israelis. Is there anything, beyond just the fact you're aware of reports? Have you been in touch with the family? Can you tell us anything about that case?
I don't have any other updates, Simon, than what you said. As you know, we have no higher priority than the safety and security of American citizens overseas. We are aware of these reports, and we are currently seeking additional information, but I don't have any additional information to share and would not be able to at this point, given privacy considerations.
I just wanted, the Israeli Defense Forces did say today that they have been operating in Khan Yunis and have apprehended dozens of suspected militants. Have there been any cases where American citizens have been accused by the Israelis of being militants involved with Hamas in Gaza?
I'm not aware, and I just wouldn't want to speculate on such a hypothetical situation as it relates to the questions that you asked. We are seeking out additional information broadly as it relates to American citizens in Gaza. We continue to be communicative to them through online and through our consular channels for avenues and options for safe departure, specifically through the Rafah crossing, and we'll continue to have those resources available.
And I believe the same family are involved in a lawsuit against the State Department regarding this very issue of whether you've done enough to help Palestinian Americans who want to evacuate from Gaza. Is your understanding that there are still Americans in Gaza who would like to leave who haven't been able to, and what has stopped you from being able to get them out?
So let me say a couple things. First, I'm just not going to comment on any kind of litigation matter, but since October 7th, we have assisted nearly 1,600 individuals, including U.S. citizens, lawful permanent residents, and other eligible family members with entry into Egypt from Gaza from the Rafah border crossing. We will continue to be in close touch and make ourselves available to U.S. citizens seeking to depart. We believe that the vast majority of U.S. citizens so far who are seeking assistance have reached out, and our expectation continues to be that we expect the number of American citizens, LPRs, and eligible family members who are able to depart, we expect that number to continue to grow as long as the crossing remains open. Again, you've heard me say this before, this is not a crossing that the United States of America has any control over. It's not one of our ports of entry, but we'll continue to work closely with the Egyptians, the Israelis, and others on the safe departure of foreign nationals.
Can I follow up on this?
On the region broadly or on the consular question?
On this,
All right.
this issue.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Then I'll come to you, Jenny.
Thanks.
Yeah.
No, there's also a young Palestinian American woman in the West Bank that was arrested by the Israelis. What mechanism you use to follow up on these things? Do you do it through the embassy, or you go directly to how do you do it? What is the mechanism?
Well, Said, there are appropriate channels that exist in the respective government's foreign ministries to talk about consular issues. I'm not going to get into the specifics of those, but those channels exist, and specifically on the issue that you raised, we are also trying to continue to get more information as we can. We are aware that a U.S. citizen from the West Bank is detained in Israel, and we are in direct contact with the family and Israeli authorities and providing all appropriate consular assistance.
So is it something that is done through the American Security Coordinator, a military general who's in the West Bank? Is that how it's done? I mean, for instance, there was a young man that was shot a couple weeks ago. We don't know what happened. It seems like to go into some sort of another land. What happened after?
Said,
How are you following up with that particular case?
So on that,
which we raised here.
on that specific case, as you heard me say, the investigation into that matter was referred to the INP. And that process continues to be underway, and we hope and expect that that investigation to be conducted expeditiously, and we're eager to hear and learn of the findings of that circumstance. Broadly, though, cited, I'm not going to speak specifically about one country. When it has been made to our attention that an American citizen is detained, we work through the appropriate consular channels that exists in the consular conventions that we have with that country to assess information, ask for consular access to that individual, and that continues to be in the case here.
I have